Yeah, I had some people tell me that they weren't getting their notifications that we were having a meeting, and I said, well, the meeting schedule is always it's pretty static. It's always on YouTube. I
Same as
mean,
web email?
I don't know how,
There's probably a link on the website too, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I think when you go in like the municipal
Meeting.
government meetings.
Yeah, there might be there, eh?
I'm pretty sure there is.
Like, it just seems to me, most people who are avid watchers just know
Yeah, when it is.
to turn it on at 7 o'clock.
I call them council groupies.
That's the mayor's groupies.
There was a guy who used to come, well, there was like 4 people who always came to every Gillies Township Council meeting when I was in Gillies. It was like, every time.
Cool.
Good?
You awake?
Yep. Sorry.
We're live now?
Yeah.
Evening, everybody. First of all, I'd like to start off by acknowledging that we are in Robinson Superior Treaty Territory and that the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and the Métis. Can I have approval of the agenda? And we got one add-on under other business, Director of Operations report, Sander winter maintenance, so that will be number 6 under other business. Anything else? Hearing none. Anybody, any disclosures of interest? Hearing none, we'll recess council at this point in time, and we'll have a public meeting regarding a proposal to close a portion of the road within the township.
So, for the notice of the public meeting, we published it in the local newspaper, the Schreiber Terrace Bay publication. We only published it once, but we thought that was enough. We went to, so the neighboring apartment building is operated by DSUB, so we sent notice to DSUB. We didn't send notice to each of the individual tenants of the building. And I just got a nice thank you letter. I will share this with the team, but they did not get back to me with any concerns. Councillor Bryson was kind enough to share it with some of his colleagues at CP Rail. And there was one gentleman that I did send an email to that was on that list. I can't remember his name.
Robert Jarzabinski?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I sent him an email. I did not get a response back from him. We did, however, get a report back from the fire chief, and he has a couple of concerns. I gave this report over to Tammy, but I only just gave it to her today. I should have given it to her earlier because I had it since for a while. And it's basically needing to move some of the rocks because they're blocking a fire hydrant. Oh, here he is.
Oh, there he is. You got the rock by your fire hydrant?
We're
There's
talking
one I
about-
suggest that we move over a few feet,
So are we moving it this way, Jan?
slightly
this way?
to the east.
So this way? Okay.
So that was the only comment I received back, was the one that came in from fire chief, which is a very reasonable comment. So be able to get to the.
Yeah, so tell me, if we move that to the east, are people gonna be able to scooch through there?
No.
Yeah, I'm sure that they can work it out so it makes sense for both Public Works and. So, if council wants to close this permanently, we can have the bylaw at the next public meeting, or you at the next
No.
council
She
meeting,
is doing it.
or if you would like to have further discussion on it.
I'm okay with closing it.
I'm okay with closing it.
I'm good.
I think we're good.
Well, we're good then, so just bring back the,
Bring back the bylaw to permanently close that little.
section for sure, and we'll move that rock. Get that rock moved, Tammy, for.
Yep.
Okay, we'll reconvene council. And I see no delegations. Question period. Any questions?
I did not receive any questions from members of the public. I do want to let council know that Wednesday, November the 1st, day after Halloween, is the grade 9 high school day of Take Your Kid to Work Day. So we have 2 grade 9ers amongst our staff, and so they'll be coming to work with their mums for the day. And we'll give them a little career day speech and give them some jobs to do. I was thinking maybe talk to Kathy, maybe they can do some volunteering with the seniors on the Wednesday morning. I'm not sure what her programming is, but we'll see what we can get them to do and have a chat.
We're still waiting for confirmation from the high school that they will be able to do that. So.
At least Take Your Kid to Work Day.
I think that's cool. I think that's very cool.
Okay, minutes of the previous meetings. Resolution 336-23. Moved by Councillor McGrath, seconded by Councillor Bourgeau, that the minutes of the council and committee of the whole meeting held October 10th, 2023 be accepted as circulated. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Business arising from the minutes, committee of the whole recommendations, resolution 337-23. Moved by Councillor Morrow, seconded by Councillor Bryson, that council accept the quotation from Express Automatic Door Services in the amount of $7,760 excluding applicable taxes for the supply and installation of a new door and accessible door operator at the Schreiber Discovery Center. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 338-23. Moved by Councillor Bourgeau, seconded by Councillor McGrath, that council renew the North of Superior Travel Association advertising full package advertisement for the year 2024 in the amount of $3,995 excluding applicable taxes. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Sorry. Resolution 339-23. Moved by Councillor Morrow, seconded by Councillor Bourgeau, that council approve the appointment of Erica Bryson and Lisa Nesbitt to the Recreation and Festivals Committee for the term of council ending November 14th, 2026. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Welcome aboard again. Resolution 340-23. Moved by Councillor Bryson, seconded by Councillor McGrath, that the 2024 Winter Carnival be held from February 22nd, 2024 to February 25th, 2024. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 341-23, moved by Councillor Bergeau, second by Councillor Morrow, that the 2024 Heritage Days Festival be held from July 18th, 2024 to July 21st, 2024. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 342-23, moved by Councillor McGrath, seconded by Councillor Bryson, that council accept the quotation from Breeze Bakery and Catering in the amount of $48.25 per person, excluding applicable taxes to provide dinner for the 2023 Township Christmas Social. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. There's no accounts for payment. No unfinished business. Move on to other business. Resolution 343-23, moved by Councillor Morrow, seconded by Councillor Bergeau, that bylaw 43-2023 being a bylaw to amend bylaw 49-2020, the traffic and parking bylaw, be enacted. Discussion?
Rosalie, that was just to clean up some of the language and make it clear.
Yeah, it was to add an offense for parking on township property because the only parking offenses were on roads.
Okay.
And then when I read the what's it called? The section that makes it an offense, the charging section. They had this thing that anyone who violates any part of this bylaw except, what did it say? Except a designated provision is guilty of an offense, blah, blah. And I said to Karen, what is a designated provision? She didn't know. I didn't know. It's not defined in the bylaw, so we just took it out.
Perfect.
All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 344-23, moved by Councillor Bryson, seconded by Councillor McGrath, that bylaw 44-2023 being a bylaw to amend bylaw 35-2023, the Township of Schreiber Cemetery bylaw, be enacted. Discussion?
Do you want to just give like a
Yep.
quick on what that was?
So that was to change the date for starting the prohibition of winter burials to next year, as council
Perfect.
talked about last time. And also to change the word storage facility to storage vault.
Thanks, Rosalie.
All those in favor? Carried. Oh. That's gonna do the same thing here.
There's always two of the bylaws.
Resolution 345-23, moved by Councillor McGrath, seconded by Councillor Morrow, that bylaw 45-2023 being a bylaw to amend the Township of Schreiber and Precambrian Natural Service Trails bylaw 18-2023 be enacted. Discussion?
You'll remember that we wanted to change it to October 31st, and we thought maybe we'd have to use November 30th, and you'll see that we're using November 30th.
Probably a good idea.
All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 346-23, moved by Councillor Burgeot, seconded by Councillor Morrow, that bylaw 46-2023 being a bylaw to authorize the execution of agreement between the Township of Schreiber and the Rossport Local Service Board and Nickel Island Services Limited be enacted. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 347-23, moved by Councillor McGrath, seconded by Councillor Bryson, that bylaw 47-2023 being a bylaw to authorize the execution of an agreement between the Township of Schreiber and Cannon Commercial Roofing be enacted. Discussion?
Do you want to just give a real short synopsis of what this was for?
This is the arena roof repairs. You'll remember that the original RFP deadline passed and no one bid on it, and then Ms. Ivy was able to find this company that was able to come in and do the work, and they actually quoted under what was in the budget, and I think they've started. Have they started, Tam?
Yeah, tonight.
So remember we saw the pictures of the roof, how it was all
Okay.
going back.
All those in favor? Carried.
I just have it here, if you decide to do it.
Okay, and number 6 is we got a report on the Sander winter maintenance. You're gonna give a report on that, Tammy?
Yeah, I just photocopied a copy for everyone to see. The reason that we need to discuss this is winter is fast approaching. The first piece of equipment that we're gonna need on the road is a sander. Right now, we don't have anything available to us to sand the roads. We've been doing some exploring, searching desperately for something that can help us sand while we wait for our sander to be fixed. And this is a possible solution if council agrees to it.
And when would you get this?
We could have the truck here tomorrow. We could send our guys up to get it tomorrow.
There is a weather we are expecting some snow this weekend, so. Hence the rush.
Is it necessary that we sand the roads in their entirety? Like, is there, like I've seen sanders that go on the front of a loader, that we could just do 50 feet on either side of an intersection. I don't know, like, is that something, is that
They
an option?
would, with the sander, they would be able to make the call based on the weather event happening. Most times, it's just necessary to sand intersections. On occasion, it's necessary to sand the entire town. But at least if we have the sander, we have the ability to meet minimum standards should ice form on the roads. The problem is getting that piece of equipment that you referred to in the interim while we're waiting for our truck to be fixed. The computer, we're expecting to be in Thunder Bay by tomorrow. They'll get that put into the truck. That's only to be able to diagnose it. We're hoping that the computer will actually fix the whole issue, but they can't even diagnose the truck right now because there's no computer to plug into. So that's been a bit of the delay. They've been working on the safety while we're waiting for the computer to come in. It's just taking all way too long to get done.
So to be clear, we're talking about the snow plow, which is not only our plow, it's also our sander.
Correct. And as we transition into winter, it's very unlikely that we'd have to plow snow right away, but we will have to sand.
And if we don't have this equipment, it's a bit of an insurance concern.
It's a liability.
Liability.
Issue. Absolutely.
Yeah. We don't know what we're gonna get. We never know.
No. My son just got 15 centimeters yesterday. I can't imagine their community not having a plow truck. There's no one gonna get around.
So the plan would be to phone them tomorrow morning before you head it up?
They're waiting for my call first thing tomorrow morning, and if it's all approved, then Public Works will go and get the truck. And as long as it's sitting, not doing anything, there's a standby fee. If we use it, then it reverts to that hourly fee of being used.
I'm sorry, so you would phone Maxim first, where the truck is?
Oh, yes, to see how they're progressing. They didn't get by the end of today, they still hadn't gotten the computer. So it'll take a day or two to get the computer installed, run the diagnostics. They still have to finish the safety. It is a guarantee you are not getting that truck back until end of next week at this point.
Okay.
And that's
I see what
very
you're saying.
hopeful.
Best case scenario.
Yeah.
And
that's
so we can bail out of this anytime we want?
Yeah, we would be charged by the day on this one, and we can bring it back anytime we're done with it.
I don't see any other choice.
I agree.
It's a good thing it was available and close by.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do too. It's disappointing because we put money into that snowplow last year. We put that new box on. That wasn't cheap. And so now to start a season off without a snowplow truck is. I know it's nobody's fault, but it's disappointing. But I would agree with the mayor. You can't not have anything.
disappointing is greater. That's disappointing.
Well, if we get a lot of snow, we're gonna be back here quick.
The sander does come with the one-way, and they're putting the wing on for us as well. So with the sander coming, we also have something to push snow with. But we are sort of expecting the grader early next week. That's progressing.
Okay, no, I don't see any other. Good work trying to, getting it.
Credit goes to Corey as well. He did a lot of legwork on
Let
that.
him know. please.
Thanks, Corey.
Yep.
Yeah, and thanks, Tim.
Resolution 348-23, moved by Councilor McGrath, seconded by Councilor Morrow. The council accept the quotation from Red Rock Indian Band for the rental of a sander unit to be on standby in Schreiber at the rate of $150 per day, plus applicable taxes for standby, and the rate of $130 per hour plus applicable taxes when the unit is in use. All those in favor? Carried. Okay, we'll move on to our committee of the whole portion of the meeting. First up is the treasurer's report, the budget variance report. Anybody got any questions for Marlene on this one, or?
I'd like to thank Marlene for that report, very helpful.
Yes, especially now since it's the end of September, we've got another quarter left and we're at the end of the year. I guess if I have, Maureen, it once again is a really in-depth, and I don't have a lot of additional questions that I think I would ask, other than I guess, is there some way that there's a huge list of things that we don't get billed for till the end of the year, or we don't bill for till the end of the year? I guess there's no way to change some of that stuff, eh?
Like, are you referring to the ambulance, like that type of thing? Or
That kind of thing, yeah. Like there's certain things that we don't see, and I take, you're right with the wages, right? Some departments look like they're hugely overspent with wages, but it's just the way wages fall into different categories. And when you take a look at the whole thing, we're right on the mark where we should be with wages. It's hard to represent it because you show us this report by department, which is perfect. But when I pulled it apart, I'm like, okay, so that's how that works out. I guess, because when I look at it, like when I look at the variances are also positive. It looks like, my God, we've got all kinds of money left because we don't get billed for some stuff till the end.
Because you still have a whole corridor to go through.
Right, yeah. And so there are some stuff like ambulance, some of the things that don't really occur till the end of the year that we don't see, right? I guess there's no real way to change that, is there?
Off the top of my head, no. I mean,
Okay.
we
That's fair.
maybe we could post manual journal entries.
But I don't want to make extra work.
And
When I look through it, I'm just thinking, it looks like when I did my little thing and I'm showing all the variances, I'm like, whoop! But I know it's not right because there's stuff that we haven't got billed for really to the end of the year.
yeah,
Yeah.
like your hydro, your
Yeah.
DSAB, your MPAC, I think is one of them that they
MPAC, yeah.
actually.
And most of the hydro, I mean,
Yeah.
the last billing date you even have is only in August. I mean, you can't fix that, I know, but yeah. That was my only thing, but it's really good.
If you want to send me what you're thinking what might be useful, then I can take a look
Yeah.
at what we could do if you want to do
Okay.
that.
But, no, I went through this category by category, and I really honestly do not have a whole lot of questions. I guess maybe the one that I did have was regarding actually the fire department. Because we talk about the fire department, the sale of the truck, and how that's going to go into reserve.
Right.
Okay, so on here, we also have an additional transfer to the fire vehicle reserve in another amount. So tell me please that both these amounts will be moved into reserve.
Are you talking about the annual
The annual,
10,000?
the annual
Yeah.
$10,000.
Yes,
So we're gonna take all the money from the truck sale, plus we're also going to move $10,000 over, right?
that's right.
That, honestly, it's a really good report. And I think quarterly, doing it quarterly like that, makes it much more useful, yeah, useful, and up to date, and it makes sense, right? I don't know if anybody else had any other questions. That was the only thing I could see that I was wondering. I just wanted to make sure we were gonna do that.
No, we moved to that way of reporting, it's good.
Yeah, yeah, the quarterly is perfect and it's timely.
Okay, we'll go back, number 2, treasurer's report, council's expense and remuneration from January to September. I really got nothing on that.
No, other than I can confirm the amounts that you brought reported from me are correct.
Number 3, Director of Operations report, the status report. Okay. Well, we talked about the grader and all that.
How about the aqua, the first thing?
I haven't received any expense requests yet for the blowers. They have it MacGyvered to operate at the moment. They're using blower 2, wired back to the VFD on blower 1, because that one's new. So, I mean, they've got it working at the moment. They've had Jake Thorne down there, Jake Thorne down there helping them with the electrical part of things. So we just have to wait for the expense request to come through to get the fix done for it.
What about the backup?
The backup one, they are going to be working on an SOP, standard operating procedure for regular maintenance, and it will be tested under load, much the same as what the generator gets tested every month.
Like, was it still a good blower, or is it
It was seized.
seized?
Yeah, so it will need some tender loving care and to get things
Yeah.
going. And blower 2 had a bad oil leak, but they were able to fix the plug enough to get the motor to run for them. So the plant is operating at the moment.
Can we expect additional expenses then, Tammy, in 2024? Capital expense for sewer?
You are going to see those additional expenses this year.
This year, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And the inspectors were at the water plant. That's not in the report, but they were at the water plant last week doing an inspection. They were there for 3 days. So we should see that inspection report coming through. Usually in January we see it.
Okay. Any word on the handy transit van yet?
It will be here tomorrow. It's en route right now. It's on the trailer being towed from Winnipeg to here, and it should be dropped off at the Stokes Public Works Garage tomorrow, probably by noon. We have already done a lot of legwork getting all the decals in order, so as soon as we get it decked out and licensed, I think the plate needs to get put on it still, and it'll be ready to go in service.
And
I think-
GPS and camera.
That's all going into it as well, yeah.
Okay, and then, have you got any plan for, I just think it's a good news story, so I think there should be a presentation, probably with myself and Mayor Malashewski and the CEO Adam Brown, and maybe,
Nice,
I always forget her name.
Erica.
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 Yeah, maybe even one of her clients, if they wouldn't mind. I think you're right, Mayor. It's a really good opportunity for PR. It's a good news story. That's a big piece of equipment.
Yeah, so when it goes into service, or when we're ready to put it into service, I'll reach out to you and we can make those arrangements and send out some invitations to.
Yeah, we're just,
Sure, yes.
a day and I
Yeah.
get hold of. Sure. Sounds good. What's
The-
everybody's
The
take on the
Olympia.
Schreiber Olympia?
Have you heard of any of the other communities interested in it?
Wawa, White River, Heron Bay, Marathon, and Schreiber.
And no, like, have they said yes?
Yes, those are all buy-ins.
Oh, okay.
I did backpedal a little bit because he assumed that we were in, and I
Said, whoa, whoa.
referred back to other emails where I said, no, I need more information. So they are waiting for us to let them know whether we're in or not, and then they will draw up the agreement.
How long do these machines typically last? This one's 2007.
Oh, it was 2007, yeah. Don't they last forever? Am I silly?
What are they worth?
Yeah, what are they worth?
A brand new one, they're knocking on the back door of 100,000 for a brand new one. The electrical one was more than 100,000 in Marathon when they purchased theirs. It has been a lot of trouble for Marathon. They go down quite regularly. And you need to be an electrician to work on it now. It's not just as simple as having your mechanics do it.
Right.
So this is a one-time fee and then a split on any maintenance costs?
Yeah, so that will be minimal.
So we're looking at the 4,300 divvied up 5 ways?
The 4,300
portion.
is 5-way cut.
Oh, it is a 5-way cut.
Yeah. And it would be stored indoors in Marathon at no cost and delivered at no cost.
And
On-
it'll always be ready to go.
So it'll be-
Delivered at no cost if we need it?
Yeah,
Is that what
yeah,
you're saying?
the only cost that you're looking at is the fuel if you're using it and any maintenance costs. Which will be minimal because it's oil changes and that sort of thing.
Well,
We've put so much money into the arena.
considering this thing is aging, the one we have, I don't know what the
But
lifespan is, but.
We've spent so much money on the arena this
Yeah.
year. I don't know. I don't know what I think.
Well, I mean, I never really seen that. It's under $1,000.
It's what?
Be under $1,000, split 5 ways, right?
No, no.
No,
that's
it's
our
$21,000 and the 4,300 is
Is
the
our
Oh,
portion.
okay,
5-way
no,
cut.
okay.
Yeah.
Should've, yeah.
I like it when municipalities cooperate and work together.
I do too. I do too. But it's just with all the repairs and the money we've thrown into as capital into the arena. I don't know.
But it's just a concern that we're gonna be stuck.
Who maintains our Olympia now? Did we have someone in the past that is
Our
no longer here?
Olympia is maintained by our staff or Payne's Auto.
Have we put a lot of money in repairs and tires?
Not repairs, but we do regular maintenance on it.
Sure. Well, I would hope. Yeah. Perfect.
And, you know, to your statement that we put a lot of money into the arena, we certainly have. But keep in mind that if you don't have an Olympia, your arena is shut down. Doesn't matter what we've done to it so far. Like if you don't have an Olympia, you cannot maintain the ice.
I don't think it's a bad insurance policy
No,
myself.
I think it's, but I thought it would be more expensive from a one-time fee, to be honest. I mean, ultimately, if our Olympia breaks, we're buying a new Olympia, but this is just like a Band-Aid solution in the meantime, right?
But or could be down for some time.
Yeah.
If it
Yeah.
does break, it could be down for more than a week.
I would imagine they don't have a lot full of them somewhere, like,
No.
Yeah.
No.
probably quite the
So,
lead time
I
on
don't
a new one. I don't know, yeah, it really is a tough call, like, it's,
I would say yes.
Dave's a yes.
I would say
it'd have
yes.
to be a yes too.
Yeah? Okay, I'll
Okay,
follow, yep, I'm a yes then.
okay, and then we'll go with it then, Tammy.
Okay, thank you.
The Legion's taking care of their own bench thing there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we've talked about canning roofing
Yeah.
on the arena.
I meant to ask, did Linda contact you from the library about the roofing company?
She did.
Okay.
It's not in the budget for this year, but
Okay.
I'll add it to next year's deliberations.
Yeah, I just told her to mention it to you because these guys are in town or whatever, but, okay.
Okay, number 4, direction of operations, report on the memorial benches. The recommendation is for council to accept the quote for the purchase of 2 6-foot benches at $1,328.85.
And Mayor, I'm correct in thinking that we're purchasing these benches for the plaques that have already been purchased, like were purchased previously?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, these 2 benches here are, yeah. They're, one's for Dave and one's for
okay,
Pat.
okay. I agree.
Good with
Yeah,
it?
I'm good with that.
Okay. Senior Program Coordinators report.
Yeah, I can go through the minutes.
Okay, Dan?
Weekly musical jam sessions, that's on hold right now. Possibly starting up in November. Blood pressure clinics, there's one tomorrow. I see scheduled for tomorrow. And I got an update on membership. Current membership is 398. So, membership, current memberships will end on October 31st. And membership drive will begin in November. So some of the programs that are ongoing and are very successful. Foot care, I think I touched on that last meeting, but right now they're booking into January for foot care. Anybody that wants it. Coffee time is a regular get-together for senior center members, and it's not unusual to get 15 plus people attending. Swedish weaving is going on, BON is on, Remoli is ongoing, successful, as well as Sewing 101. Chair yoga is ongoing. Floor curling is ongoing. The barbecues this summer, there was upwards of 30 volunteers that were helping out with the barbecues. Even some of the young teenagers were coming out and helping out, and you know, with bocce and the other barbecues we had, Heritage Days and July 1st. So there will be a barbecue on October 30th for the skating party at the arena. So that'll be the last one this year. And there is a walking program at the rec center Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. And also the medical center puts on a walking program on Tuesday and Thursday. So
And that's here, right?
that's at the.
Is that here or at the
I believe
rec
it's
center?
at the rec center.
As well, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're busy and continuing down that path, so it's all good.
That's good. 398 now.
398,
Mhm.
Wow.
so pretty successful.
Okay, thanks for that, Dan. We go on to number 7, I guess. Building permit and demolition permit report. Anybody got any questions on that?
No.
Okay. Okay, we'll move on to communications, I guess 1, 2, 3, and 4 for sure, so we'll start at 1. That was just, do you know more about that?
I
Anything
know about
that?
how that works, but, it looks like.
Are they upping our complement? Do you know, Rosalie?
I have no idea.
No.
This, when you have a detachment board, you get more regular updates from them. You meet with them once a quarter or once a month, whatever you set your frequency at. And, you can usually get better help with bylaw enforcement through a board system. And you have input into the hiring of the chief, but you don't get to hire the chief. You just have input into it. So when we had one when I was in Conmy, so we had one with Meebing, Conmy, O'Connor, Gillies until they dropped out. You have to have contiguous borders in order to do it. So I think yours is, the proposal was Terrace Bay Township, Schreiber Township, and Pace Platte First Nation. So each of you will have representatives on the committee, on the board. Only 2 members of council, so probably 1 from each township. 2 community representatives who cannot be council members, but you would pick people from your communities to go ahead. So whether that would be someone from Pace Platte or Schreiber, or, you know, if you guys have the council members, then maybe Pace Platte should have the community member, or you kind of figure it out amongst yourselves. The province appoints someone, but they're extremely slow. So many of these school boards have a vacant seat for the provincial rep until somebody applies that they approve. So that's how it would work. And then I guess Nipigon, Dorian, Red Rock, and the Red Rock Indian Man will have a similar one.
Because off our council, do we have anybody sitting on the police services board? Paul Malashewski, I know, he represents.
They've been setting it up. And Paul sent me this. And,
This is all brand new.
This is
Yeah.
new.
Yeah.
So this is going to be, we're going to have a representative then
Right.
on the board.
Yeah.
it's
Because
just waiting for the next.
DSAB and the health unit, we flip every 4 years, right? Between communities.
Yeah.
So right now Schreiber's doing DSAB and Terrace Bay's doing the health. But now we're gonna have, each of us have a member on the police board?
Well, we'll be talking about it as soon as they send out their next itinerary,
Yeah.
or whatever they
Nice.
come up with, and then I guess we'll have to have I can touch bases with Paul, and we'll have to have a meeting amongst.
And Pace Platte First Nation, they
Yeah.
have a council
Yes,
seat, so,
yeah,
you
they
know,
do.
there's only 2 council seats.
Right.
So you can pick out a rotation thing if you wanted to, the way they do with DSAB, or
Right.
Yeah, we'll figure it out
just
amongst
have a
ourselves.
meeting with maybe the chief of the Pace Platte and the mayors from Terrace
Yeah.
Bay. And then you need a process to get your community representatives, like, so you're gonna advertise it and see who applies, and then who's gonna pick out of the, if you get a lot of applicants, who's gonna pick. Sometimes retired police officers like to take those seats on the community, as community representatives.
Okay.
That's been my experience from Conmy, but.
Okay. So
Okay,
the minister's planning to share more guidance as soon on next steps, so that's
Yeah.
what we're waiting for? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, and then I guess the holiday train. It's just, for your information,
Same day
same day.
as
Right.
our town Christmas party.
It happens every so often.
That's nice. Actually, it's nice.
So hopefully everybody can attend. Right on. Okay, number 3, Royal Canadian Legion.
Are you still not available on November the
So-
11th?
So I am not available. I will be out of town watching hockey.
So you're out of town?
No, when is, what day? what
It's
day?
It's a Saturday.
Oh,
So we need someone to
So
lead the wreath.
Anne Marie
You were listed as laying the wreath.
Anne Marie is gonna be laying the wreath.
You agreed to it at the last meeting.
I'll be a flagman.
And we need 3 flag.
3 flagmen. So Dan?
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm doing laying the library
should we be able to do that, be there?
And Benji.
That-
I mean,
Yeah.
Kathy's been a flag person too, when.
Is she going with you to watch hockey?
Yes, of course she is.
Well, then, don't put a poor girl's name forward, for goodness sakes.
No, but I mean, no, what I meant there was, if we can't get a third person, you can use your, if you
Yeah, I'm
want.
around.
Your lovely spouse, that's what he's trying to tell you.
Voluntold.
Yeah.
Have to be voluntold.
So you have 3,
I'll definitely be here, the 11th. I don't know if I will be December 1st, I think I'm watching hockey though.
Yeah, I think you say you're going to Sudbury, right?
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
But you will be here for the 11th?
Yep,
Okay.
That's the Fort Francis one, the 11th.
yeah, I'll be
Okay.
here.
So we meet at the Cenotaph by 10:30 a.m. Okay.
Okay, and
So we can let Gary know then
the
that
only,
you have 3 counselors that will do the flag then?
yeah, and the only other issue is, unless Anne Marie's changed her mind about the supper.
Is somebody else interested in going? It's not that I don't want to go, it's just that I typically don't eat out. I go to these things and just don't eat, which always looks a little odd to most people.
I mean,
There's a seat for someone from the town and a guest, so I don't know if you got somebody who wanted to take their wife out for supper and they could go to this November the 11th
no,
dinner.
it's really good. There's, I mean,
Where is it, the Legion?
At the Legion.
at the Legion, and you just get up and say a little speech about, like, really, like, Remembrance Day and how important the Legion is to the township. All they do, you know? So, because we.
I mean, I
we-
can go,
we-
but I would
we
encourage one of
typically
you guys
got-
to go and bring your wife for dinner.
We gotta-
Honestly, it's wasted on me.
We gotta tell them if somebody's going.
Yeah, they want
That's
to
all.
know. So who would like to go for dinner on Saturday night?
I mean, I can say I'll go if something changes. I
To take
can't
your
go,
wife?
but,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, tell them.
Okay.
Benji.
Thanks, Benji. I mean, yeah, seriously, I mean, just. Benji and for dinner.
Okay, thanks. Then the North Shore Harbor food cupboard.
I spoke to them, they will be submitting a grant and aid request for the November the 14th meeting,
Okay.
as they have done in past years.
So, that grant, they don't want a donation? They want a grant and aid instead?
The grant and aid is the donation.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
usually how it works.
Okay, so here they're asking, they're asking for a donation and your advice is to wait for the grant and aid, okay.
Okay, anybody else got anything?
On that one, or?
On any communication?
Number 6, I think we should support, which deals with responsibility of cigarette producers. Right now, they're not responsible for any environmental damage, account of waste and pollution, so it's just, trying to get them to take on responsibility and maybe pay for the cleanup, which is, I mean, we all see it out there. We purchase cigarette disposal units.
Right,
I mean, should they not be paying for that stuff? So
yeah,
I think we should support it. If anybody read it,
Yeah.
it makes sense, so.
Okay. Okay, we can support that one. We'll move on to unfinished business and Township Christmas Social. The planner is updated and we got some pricing there for some decor.
excuse me.
So with
So do
these,
you remember what we spent last year? Okay. And if we buy a tree, do we actually have decorations here that could go on the tree?
They are not very big trees though. I mean, it would depend on what you wanted, right?
Well, they got a
If you
7
wanted a
foot?
7-foot tree, I do not know whether we have decorations. We may have, I don't know what's in the storage room at the recreation center. There is some stuff in storage there, but I don't know for sure what.
And we don't have, not a fake tree, what do they call it?
Artificial,
There you go. We don't have a standard artificial here
I don't
that we
know.
use for events, no? Okay.
But if you were going to, go with the Santa Claus again, I mean, we didn't last year, but if you wanted to go with that, the, decorations for the backdrop, also includes a bench and some small trees. So you could use that for the gift exchange if you decide to go with that as well. Rather than having a tree, I mean, you could put the gifts off to the side or something and rather than having the additional cost of a tree. Use the bench and the backdrop for the gift exchange if you just choose to do so.
We didn't have that last year.
No, we
No.
did food bank donations instead?
No, we do the food donations
we do
every
that
year.
all the time.
Okay.
We decided not to do the
Yeah.
gift exchange last year.
And
I don't remember why.
I can't remember why either. I mean, it wouldn't be,
How did it work? Did everybody buy something?
you don't have to.
You don't have to. If
Right.
you wanted to participate, then you would bring a gift.
And no price limit,
Right,
spend no more than X dollars on it.
$10 or something,
Yeah.
I think we left it at.
I always find that you get a lot of stuff you don't want. If
Which
you
may
can
be why we decided
pay the
not to.
money to
Yeah, I
charity
think that's-
instead, like,
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think that's why.
if it's kids, then yeah, but not.
I mean, I think
We strongly encourage people to bring stuff for the food bank. I think that's just as nice, honestly.
Yeah.
We always include that on our invitation too, to
Mhm.
donations for the food bank.
yeah, you need the backdrop in there for pictures and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we got decorations, want to get a 7-foot tree and decorate it and make it look nice for pictures.
Yeah.
So wouldn't we,
Is that like a rental of a tree, or is that buying a real tree?
Rental.
Rental.
It's a rental of a tree? I thought it was buying a tree.
No.
No, where are you gonna get a 7-foot tree for $20?
I don't know.
yeah, I mean, no.
Yeah.
Didn't the hockey kids used to sell trees?
Get it at Walker Lake.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I missed that altogether. I must be like old. Where I'm thinking,
Yeah, I
just
thought it
looking at a
was-
tree
I
for
thought-
$20.
Yeah.
I never even thought about that, sorry about that.
So I mean,
I think you need to decor, though, I mean, I
I
don't
think you
can
need
have-
the decor, but I mean, I guess my question would be, I guess we gotta wait and find out how many people are coming, cause that's, numbers are gonna, you know what I mean? It could change. You
Well, that's
know,
based on attendance of 180 people.
Which,
We typically get about 120, 125.
right,
Okay, so this is on the high end, what
Yeah.
it would cost, okay.
180 people and only 140 napkins?
Sorry. I know.
A buck each.
I think I mean, I can't imagine having a please tell me we're not gonna honor volunteers and say, come and sit at a round table and here's your paper plate.
no, you got,
That looks a little chintzy, don't you think?
Yeah, no, we gotta do it.
You
out.
do this every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
the-
So why don't you just buy an artificial tree?
well, I think we have.
There
So
is
you can
one.
use
There,
it.
there may be
100%
one. Yeah.
Check with Evan, he might know where one is.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly, I thought Corey donated his.
Yeah, that huge one he used to have.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, let's do the table decor, the decorations, and let's look at another alternative for the tree.
Yeah, I mean, we need to wrap Christmas trees.
I think we're good, I think we're good with it.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think we're good with what we're presented here, it's
Okay.
just gotta dwindle down, like,
Yeah,
get
it'll-
numbers
It'll
and,
be reduced.
right.
The only other thing, we need to know the price for the tickets for the dinner. If you're going to change that as well, it was $25 per plate in 2022, but in order to do the invitations, we need to know if
no,
you're changing that or if you're leaving
I-
it that same or,
I think we keep it at the same,
Yeah.
I don't think we go backwards, not with the price of food.
I wasn't thinking backwards.
No. There is fair, but whatever, 25 is good.
I'm good with 25.
You're good with 25?
I'm good with 25.
Okay? And the advertisement is out in today's newspaper for the Citizen of the Year, so we will have that at the November the 14th meeting for council to
Perfect.
choose.
Perfect. Okay, number 2, Roma conference.
Roma.
I thought about it a little today and really the situation that where we're at, I think we can miss this one. I think we can miss this one if we, I mean, we're gonna go to NOMA and the Municipal League and
AMO
AMO and
in August, right?
Yeah, possibly. I got nothing to plug for though.
For Roma, we certainly don't.
Yeah, I know.
no, and we could have a CAO by then with the other ones. So, I mean, it's not gonna, it won't hurt us to
miss one.
miss the one.
And it would save on some of our travel expenses. Not a bad thing.
No, that's not a bad thing, but I mean that's
not the reason
there's
we're
lots
doing it.
of
No.
there's lots of good that
Good
comes out of it
networking and
too.
stuff, but we don't even know if we have a CAO.
The networking.
We certainly don't have anything to submit in. I mean, I agree with you.
No, I mean there's
Just given the condition that we got, I agree with you.
you're always looking for money, but we'll chill. We can. I mean, we gotta get a hold of Patty, and apparently Lise wants to talk to me, so
Okay.
we'll go that way.
So we can cancel the rooms that we booked?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody's okay with that?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the. Read this one now.
Back in camera.
Yeah, but you can close the open session.
Okay. The time being 8:04 PM, and there is no further business at hand as
The open session.
in the open session. I declare this meeting to be adjourned. We do have to go back into closed session.
That's way too much sitting today.